And we're back. What's happening? This is Syria. We're still on crushing and thought we had to get in the tower, but first we're gonna stick this crap in the ground and spawn a crap load of enemies for no reason whatsoever. And once we spawn enemies, we're gonna run right over here to this corner. Um, Very important thing to make note of is that when you take the idol out of the thing there, it spawns a group of enemies. When you place the idol on the pedestal, it spawns a group of enemies. So we're gonna just play it real smart and safe and do it one step at a time. So you see, I take it out, and then we're just gonna go over here and set up shop and shoot enemies. I mean, there's absolutely no reason to rush out there and put the idol on the pedestal and spawn twice as many enemies at once, you know. And this is where the Pack 80 uh, Gatling gun lives at on this map. I'm gonna go ahead and get it for these mega bombers because you get 2 mega bombers with that very first wave, and the mega bombers, which I'm shooting one of them right now, among all of the kickback mini bosses, they are the biggest pain in the butt because the grenades that they throw have such a huge uh, damage radius that they can take out an entire team. And as soon as you kill the first one, the second one you see right there will spawn shortly after. So I'm just going to keep peppering him with the Pack 80 because that should get him to drop dead fairly shortly. But like I said, I call this video the first idol because basically there's 3 idols on this section. In a sense, there's 4, but there's only 3 that spawn enemies or whatever. And like I said, each one it has 2 waves of enemies per idol. One wave spawns when you pick the idol up. One wave spawns when you place the idol on the pedestal. So we're just gonna play it really smart. Like I said, our goal right here is just to show you how to beat the maps on crushing in an easy fashion. I mean, of course, you could, get all gung-ho and go out there and show off and do a bunch of stuff, but there's just no reason not to play it smart. If you want to make it as easy as it can be, this is basically how to do it. And I thought we had killed all the enemies in that wave, so I'm just standing out there getting shot like, oh crap, there's still a dude out there. Another thing I want to point out is that whoever lifts the statue for another player to get the idol out, the person lifting it gets a medal. The person putting the idol on the pedestal gets a medal. So you want to communicate and coordinate with your teammates to make sure that whoever needs medals gets enough medals that they need for their kickbacks. Once again, like I said, I think in this game, I think Drunk is using Army of 3 and Smooth is using Team Medic, just because we had done Legacy and haven't ranked up enough to get some of the more potent kickbacks. But there's not really a strategic kickback loadout for this particular map. It's not really a big deal. I've beaten it with several different people on crushing several times with a bunch of different kickback loadouts, and half the time we don't even use our kickbacks at all, so it's not really an issue. But if you want to use your kickback or whatever, you definitely want to communicate with, like, well, who needs medals, saying how close are you to your kickback? Okay, well, you put the idol on the pedestal, whatever. And like I said, as soon as we put it on, we're all gonna just stay right back over here and just keep doing what we just did. So I'm just hanging out, holding the pack, waiting, anticipating, and he puts it on, and we see some more enemies spawning, and we just rinse and repeat, keep going. There aren't any more mini bosses for this first idol. It's just those 2 mega bombers that spawn when you take the idol. And there will be right here a heavy armored hammer guy, and there's actually 2 of these guys. So you see, I just took care of him. You want to watch for these snipers, and you got this other stuff. You got grabbers running at your stuff, but the basic strategy is, as long as all 3 of us stay right here together, it's not really an issue. We can take care of each other in case one of us gets a red circle or whatever. We can heal each other. If somebody gets grabbed, you can take them off. And then you got all this stuff over here. Like I said, the hammer, most of the enemies stay far enough away that they're not really an issue. He's shooting these hammer rounds, but they're not coming anywhere close to us. And that was the strategy beforehand with the mega bombers. We want to kill those 2 guys before they get anywhere within range to throw those mega bombs at us. because I really hate getting hit with a Mega Bomb and everybody on the team dies at the same time. That sucks. So that's our basic setup and our basic strategy for this first idol. After this video, we'll do the second idol, the 2 enemy spawn waves that come along with that, and we're going to actually be set up, you know, in different locations for those. But that's what we're doing, is trying to make sure, you know, as long as everybody in the team knows where to be and they're prepared, this whole map is really not an issue at all. And oh crap, I'm getting a phone call while I'm making the video. I can't get the phone out of my pocket. Hello? No, can I call you back? Okay. Alright. Alright, you see what we did right here is we actually just like moved forward. Because you're going to get down to where it's only like 4 or 5 heavies left. And instead of sitting way back there and wasting bullets trying to shoot them in the helmets, will come up. But you want to be careful when you come forward, because as you can see right there, that was a really close call. You could very easily you know, be meleeing a guy and he was gonna drop a grenade when you punch him, and you get shot at the exact same time, unfortunately, and you know, you get X'd out. That happens a lot, so you want to be careful for that. And sorry about the phone call interruption. Anyway, here's one of the hammers that dropped. There should be 2, but for some reason I didn't even think about getting another one. And anyway, we're set up, ready for the next